The woods of Appalachia have a way of making you feel watched. Most of the time it's nothing, a deer, a branch settling, your own imagination filling in the silence. But sometimes the silence itself is the warning. This happened to me and a coworker last summer. We were timber cruisers. We survey forests for a living. We know these woods. We know what belongs in them. What followed us out that evening did not. It was late summer, the kind of August day where the cicadas are so loud they drown out your own thoughts. We'd spent hours deep in the timber on public land in Appalachia, and we were finally heading out, walking an old roadbed back toward the truck. The light was getting low. We were tired. We were talking, and then we weren't. We both just stopped. Not because one of us said something, not because we heard a sound. The woods went silent. Not quiet. Silent. Every cicada. Gone. The breeze that had been moving through the canopy all day. Gone. Like someone had reached down and pressed mute on the entire forest. We looked at each other. No words. We didn't need them. I felt it in my stomach first. That sinking, hollow feeling, like standing at the edge of something you can't see the bottom of. My coworker told me later he felt the exact same thing at the exact same moment. We scanned the tree line. Nothing. We looked down the roadbed. Nothing. So, we did what you do. We nodded at each other and kept walking. That's when it started. A whooshing. Like something moving fast through the air, not wind, but displacement. And underneath it, the sound of leaves and twigs crunching underfoot. Behind us, we stopped. It stopped. The rest of the woods were still dead quiet. Whatever was making that sound was the only thing moving out there. We started walking again. It followed. And here's the part that I still can't explain. The sound kept switching sides. Left, right, left again. Too fast. Too fluid. Like it was cutting back and forth behind us with no effort at all. We picked up the pace. It kept up. Every time we stopped, it stopped. Instantly. Like it knew we were listening. Like it didn't want to be heard. But it also wasn't hiding. We made it back to the truck. Whatever it was. Stayed at the wood line. We didn't talk much on the drive out. We both had bear encounters out there. You know what a bear sounds like, smells like, feels like. This was not a bear. And anyone who's spent real time in the woods knows the difference between an animal that doesn't know you're there and something that absolutely does. This was the second kind. We had to go back to that same area several more times to finish the survey. Walk that same roadbed. Never happened again. I don't know what was in those woods that evening. I'm not sure I want to. But I know the forest warned us first. And I know it let us leave.
The Pine Barrens have been hiding things for a long time. Bootleggers, fugitives, the Jersey Devil, if you believe the old stories. But some of what gets buried out there is real. I've spent years walking forests that most people never set foot in. Public land, back units, places so quiet you can hear your own heartbeat. You learn to read the woods, what belongs, what doesn't. What I found on Long Island one morning about 10 years ago did not belong. It was a job like any other. My crew was spread out across the unit, each of us working our own transects through the Pine Barren scrub. Long Island's barrens are strange country, flat, sandy, disorienting. The trees are short and dense, and everything looks the same. It's easy to get turned around. I was moving through my section when the ground changed. I almost stepped into it. A hole, not a depression, not erosion, not an animal den, a grave, a perfect square cut down into the earth, clean edges, deliberate corners. Whoever dug this knew what they were doing, and they took their time doing it. What stopped me cold was the sorting. The sand and glacial till that had been pulled out of the ground wasn't just piled up, it was organized, separated by layer, the kind of thing you only do if you plan on putting it back the same way it came out, so it wouldn't look disturbed. I stood there for a moment and just looked at it. Then I got on the radio. I reported the location to my crew, and we started pulling back. Public land, unidentified excavation. That's a law enforcement call, not ours. We documented what we could and began walking out. That's when I saw him. I was a couple 100 feet from where I'd found the site, moving through the pines, when movement caught my eye. A man, ragged, moving fast, not jogging, not hurrying, flying through the woods. The kind of speed that doesn't care about branches or undergrowth. He had a shovel over his shoulder. He was heading in the direction I'd just come from. He never saw me. I watched him disappear into the trees, and I kept walking, quietly, steadily, all the way out. Law enforcement took over the area. We finished our work in other units and stayed out of that one. That summer, two things came out about the Pine Barrens. A local farmer had been illegally dumping dead farm animals out there, dragging carcasses deep into the public land and burying them rather than paying for proper disposal. And separately, a gang-related murder, a body buried in the barrens. Two different things happening in the same woods at the same time. I've always believed what I found that day was the animal graves, the clean sorting, the methodology, the size. It fits, but I don't know for certain. And that man with the shovel moving through the pines like he knew exactly where he was going. I never found out who he was. The Pine Barrens are still out there, still flat, still dense, still easy to get lost in, and people are still burying things they don't want found.